Four teams have battled through the opening round of the college football playoff, and now the pressure and the intensity continue to mount as we go to the quarterfinals, moving away from home sites and onto neutral fields. What's the bigger factor, the battle-tested team or the better-rested team? Welcome to Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. This is the Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl, part of the college football playoff. As we'll see the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on a playoff team from last year, the Miami Hurricanes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. Time to find out who's going to be moving on in the college football playoff. Team is out there. Great energy as this playoff game is about to get underway. Well, he thought about coming out, but instead takes a knee to bring the football to the 25-yard line. The shotgun, it's a handoff. They'll bring him down right at the 30-yard line.
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on first down.
The game makes it second and medium. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
To throw, it's Lagway. Caught quickly. They bring him down to the 45 at a solid gain to keep this drive going.
Oh, the defense. They get this offense to a third down early in the game, a chance to get him off the field, but instead this quarterback shows you why they've had such a great year with a conversion.
Grab behind the line, it's Frazier. Play never had a chance. Defense grabs him for a loss.
Boy, great defensive linemen not only have the ability to get upfield to rush the quarterback, but that instinct to recognize a screen pass. Good job of sensing it and making a play.
Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. And it's intercepted. He's stepped in front of that bullet. They get him down after a short return, but the offense will go to work from the 44.
Well, that is a tough way to start this game for this offense, throwing an interception on their first drive. Big thing now is you go to the sideline, talk to the offensive coordinator, make a couple adjustments, and come back and play with confidence next time you get the ball.
Looking for some space. It's McCoy. A juke to man, but not much room to maneuver. Stopped after a small gain.
Chris, I know it's not a huge gain. You didn't pick up the first down, but it's still early in this game. Never abort this running game. You keep working. It's kind of like a body blow in a boxing match. Keep wearing the defense down, and eventually you can hit a big one.
Second down play coming up for this offense. Looking for a man. Makes the catch. It's Staley. And heads out of bounds after a decent gain.
Anytime you have a chance to get this wide receiver isolated, to get the ball in his hands, you do it.
Offense moving closer to the line to gain after that catch. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Looking downfield near the end zone. Touchdown, Miami, as they claim the lead in this playoff game.
Well, that's a thing of beauty right there. Good job all around. Offensive line gave the quarterback enough time. Quarterback puts it right on the money. And with this receiver running a route like this, makes it pretty simple. All you had to do was get his head turned around, catch that football. He's already in the end zone for the touchdown.
So no return here. He takes it in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. Georgia offense is back out on the field. We'll see if this quarterback can shake off the interception he threw in the last possession. Handoff here from the shotgun. Breaking free at the 35. They've got him at the 48, but that's a first down.
Big runs like this are just demoralizing for a defense. It's one thing to give up big plays over your head against the pass game. When teams can run the ball and pick up yards like this, really affects the team's mental psyche and their confidence. And you'll start to see some missed tackles following a play like this.
So just one play, and they're just shy of midfield now. Back to pass. It's Lagway. Quick throw over the middle. Makes the catch downfield. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Bulldogs. As they get on the board here in this playoff game.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. It's Carr. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. And the Miami offense is back on the field. They scored a touchdown in the last possession. Let's see if this defense has been able to come up with some adjustments and stop them this time. Caught over the middle. It's McCoy.
Love to see the short passing game as a great go-to for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable and allows you to see how the defense is reacting. That can open up for other things later on.
Pass caught. Second down now. From the shotgun, here's an inside give. And they tackle him, but not before he picks up the first.
Good job up front by this offensive line and good hard running for this Miami Hurricane back. He's doing everything he can to live up to the long legacy that the Canes have at this running back position.
You set it down to the offense. 1st and 10. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. And they'll run it. Hand it off to the running back. Zero running room. Stop right at the line of scrimmage.
My gosh, this offensive line's got to do a better job of blocking. The defense was zero in on the ball carrier and absolutely nowhere to go for the offense.
Offense behind the 6 now on 2nd and 11 after the 1-yard loss. Quick throw. That's an RPO caught on the left side. Breaks loose at the 45. And a huge gain before he's forced out of bounds. Big yardage to set up a fresh set of downs.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
The Canes are moving quickly down the field. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. Using his legs. It's Johnson. Try to run it up the middle, but get nothing. And they don't block the defensive end and show some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
Looking to pass here on second down. Grab behind the line. It's Johnson.
That's what I love about this guy. He has the ability to sneak out of the backfield. The quarterback's able to find him open, checks it down for a nice gain.
So now it's 3rd and short from the 23. Potential 4-down territory. Let's see what the 3rd down call is. With some pre-snap movement, back in motion. 3rd down play here out of the shotgun. Can't hold on. Good defensive play. Brings up a 4th down.
Hey, the good news is here, Chris, they're still in field goal range, and they didn't cost themselves any points. But they could have more. You got to be thinking about going for this on 4th and short.
The Hurricanes will come to the line looking to convert on 4th down. They'll change the pre-snap look now. Trying for a 4th down completion. And the ball is incomplete. A turnover on downs. Big play for this defense.
This is the chance you take here as an offensive coordinator and a play caller. You go for it here. You draw it up perfectly. You think this is the right play, and then the execution is not there. So the defense catches a break, and they get the ball back to their own offense.
Receiver in motion now. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Fighting off the defender. They'll actually lose yardage after the catch. The defense all over in that time.
Well, that's one of those plays that works better against certain defensive looks, but not every defense is the same. They were all over that one. Let's see if they continue to attack to the outside on the perimeter to set something up downfield.
Grab down the middle. It's Richardson. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion. It's a fun battle on the road to the national championship, deadlocked at the end of one. Let's check out the early stats so far. We'll see if the rest of this playoff game can live up to a very competitive opening period. First play of the quarter is a crucial one. Offense trying to convert this 3rd down. Dropping back, it's Lagway. Makes the throw across the middle of the field. Makes the catch downfield. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play.
Chris, that's another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show why he's had such a great year this year. When he has time to throw, he gets his feet set. He's as accurate as any quarterback in the country.
And that's a solid gain before the defense able to bring him down. The gain makes it 2nd and medium. On the ground, it's Frazier. Creative running there. Finding space at the 20. And it's a long-distance house call. Touchdown, Dogs.
Chris, all week I wondered if this back might get loose and come up with a big play like this. The defense had their back turned, couldn't really see where he was. By the time they realized it, he just had too much speed, and he's able to take it to the end zone.
The extra point gives them a 14-7 lead. So after putting up a touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. And he'll just take a knee. Drive will start at the 25-yard line. See if they can recover from that here. And test the middle and get stuffed. That is just not open for business today.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and the run fits on that play.
Offense trying to find a way to get this drive going. It's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. They look to throw it here on 2nd down. It's an out route, the catch made. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain.
Well, this receiver has just that combination of speed and natural ball skill ability to be able to come up with play after play. Already over 50 yards here in this first half.
They mix it up with a run. Going absolutely nowhere. It'll be a loss on the play.
Man, every defensive coordinator will tell you, I just want my guys to play fast. And how about that one right there? He almost ends up tackling the quarterback as he's handing the ball off. This offense is lucky they didn't end up fumbling.
Offense behind the 6 now on 2nd and 11 after the 1-yard loss. Using his legs, it's Johnson. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. Clear movement before the snap, and it'll be a false start. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Crucial 3rd down play coming up. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. Drops back, needing a 3rd down completion here. Looking right, this one caught. They make the stop just short of the marker. It's getting 4th down and inches.
Boy, another positive gain for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show how dangerous he is when he has time to throw. The defensive coordinator's got to change up his looks, maybe bring in the blitz, anything they can do to get this quarterback out of this rhythm.
Fourth down, he's throwing for it. He's got it, and that is enough for a 1st down. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain.
But this coach isn't holding anything back today. Plenty of time left, and the confidence to go for it is very telling of the faith he has in his guys.
On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Grabbed by the receiver. They stop him, but not before he reaches the 35. This offense really threatening now.
Quarterback sees that this defense is dropping way back in zone coverage, so he does the right thing. Gets it underneath to that drag route and picks up a 1st down.
And looking to throw now on 1st down. Pressure is coming. The pass rush gets home.
Boy, what an incredible push by this defensive line. And if you're going to survive in the SEC, the teams that really separate themselves are the teams that have great defensive linemen, especially in the interior. And Georgia has had an incredible legacy over the years, and it's nice to see that this player right here is trying to live up to that.
Second down, we're going to throw it. It's incomplete. He took a hit as he threw the football, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Man, the quarterback got nailed there, Chris. We'll have to take another look. He gets the ball out, but he took a big hit. This offensive line has got to do a better job of taking care of their superstar if they want to have a chance to win this game.
And it's caught. Touchdown, Hurricanes. Well, this college football playoff game is all tied up, and Kirk, it's beginning to feel a little bit like a shootout.
Yeah, it is. It's a battle of the offenses. Both these teams right now executing flawlessly, and they're doing so with such high stakes, answering one score with another. Neither team is backing up 1 inch.
He thought about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback, and they'll start at the 25. So they begin the drive here in the final 3 minutes of the half. Scanning the field, it's Lagway. with the catch. It's Frazier. We'll take a quick pause before the half as we reach the 2-minute timeout. That completion makes it second and short. And the motion by the back now forces the defense to adjust. Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. Running out of time in the pocket. He escapes the pocket, but not the rush. It'll be a short loss.
Well, the defense would not be denied on this play. They come up with a sack. Quarterback really didn't have much of a chance at all. Lucky he just held on to the ball.
Defense are going to keep the pressure up in this third down. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Trapped again in the pocket. Timeout is called by the defense. That's their first of the half.
I think that was a coverage sack as much as anything. They sat back in a dime defense with 6 defensive backs, and none of them blitzed. They just sat back in coverage, and the defensive line eventually came up with a sack.
And the returner brought down by the coverage team. Looks like a man is down on the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. So here we go. First play of the drive, under 2 minutes before halftime. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Throws it to the right. Finds a man downfield. That's a big gain to the right. He's tackled quickly, but the yardage is good enough for the first down.
Well, you wonder if the receiver adjusted his route to get closer to that first down line. Whatever he did, it works. Move the sticks.
First and 10 play coming up. Quarterback making adjustments down to what the defense is showing. They'll run it here. Running back has the ball. And the defense smothers him for no gain. Timeout called by the defense, their first of the half, as they try to make some adjustments here.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Looking to set up a screen pass here. They bring him down, but a solid gain moves the football to the 24 and a first down.
Boy, this is great execution here on this screenplay to the running back to pick up big yards and a first down. I think in the process, Chris, they send a message to the defense. You can rush our quarterback all you want, but when you do, you better be careful because we're going to throw the screen on him.
Defense flies in to make the tackle behind the line of scrimmage.
Chris, the timing of this screen pass just seemed to be off. The defense almost waiting for the ball to be thrown. He had nowhere to go by the time he caught it.
Lets it go quickly. He's wide open. Look out. The stop made at the 5. The offense will have first and goal now. And the offense will now quickly spend a timeout. So the offense looking to be efficient here. Not much time remaining before the end of the half. Looking to throw here. He's got it near the end zone. And he's in. Touchdown, Canes. No surprise there, Kirk. It's a red zone touchdown to the big tight end.
Well, the tight ends are usually much more involved down in the red zone because of their size and their skill set allows them to be more effective down in this area. Now, they may not hurt you on the big, long throw, but they can use their bodies to provide the quarterback a nice target when the defense is so condensed.
So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. Bringing it out. It's Richardson. Tackled at the 12. Coach wishes he left that one in the end zone. So they start the drive here, looking to make something happen in the final seconds before halftime. Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. Tackle made after a solid game. They'll spot the ball at the 31. Timeout is called to talk strategy late in this close game with halftime approaching. Just time enough for one more play in the half. The corner's now playing a couple yards off the ball. And the runner scoots out of bounds after gaining some decent yardage. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. The Dogs will kick it off to begin the second half. Fielded in the end zone. It's Carr. He's tackled at the 17, so it would have been better to leave it in the end zone for a touchback. And here comes the Miami offense back out onto the field. The passing game very hard to stop in the first half. Let's see if they can begin to feature the run game here. Makes the ground. It's Pringle.
One thing I love about this back is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
Now it's second down here. Quarterback will throw this out of the RPO. Takes a big shot there from the defense, but moves the sticks. First down.
Another big play by this offense, and it continues to be the pass game. Between the offensive line, the receivers running good routes, and this quarterback making really accurate throws, they are dynamic and a tough offense to stop.
Great start for the drive. Back-to-back explosive plays, and now another first down. Quarterback making some changes at the line. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside give. Brought down after a solid run by the senior.
Well, these are the type of runs that begin to wear down your defense psychologically. Already have the lead, come out with a nice big gain, and this defense is thinking, oh no, here we go again. Really nice statement here to get this second half started.
And then first down, right back to the running game. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What is an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
That's reeled in. It's Staley. And he breaks the tackle on the way to a solid gain there.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
Third down play, looking for a fresh set of downs. Back in motion now. Shotgun formation here on third down. Finds a man open on the right side downfield. They make the stop, but a big play moves the ball to the red zone.
Chris, much like we saw in the first half, this quarterback can put the ball right on the money. Now, you know the defensive coordinator at halftime spent all the time he could with his secondary to come up with answers on how to try to slow this guy down.
Single back, takes the handoff. And he's brought down after a short gain, does not make the first down yardage.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Quarterback changing the play now at the line. He hands it off from the gun. And that run produces a decent gain. Here we go, third down, close to the goal line. They can still get a first down without scoring. And they pick up the first on the ground. They stop him behind the line. That's going to set up 4th down and short.
Not only does the defense stack him up at the point of attack, but he was instantly pushed backwards. The defense was prepared to defend the RPO.
So a field goal attempt coming up now. And he's got it. No problem. And they add to their lead.
Snap, the hold, the kick, everything there perfect to put 3 points up here for the offense.
Looks like the returner will try and field this one. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. We're going to go with the Wildcat formation and an extra blocker. Let's see what they have in mind here. Direct snap. Breaks into open space. The Wildcat look picks up a solid game, but they're still short of the first.
Well, much like what we saw in the first half, Chris, of this playoff game, no adjustments. Go right back to giving this running back the football. He's had a monster day and continues to get positive yards.
He shreds the tackle. Brought down at the 33. That's good enough to move the sticks.
Setting the tone early with good runs like this can really wear defense down and keep the defense guessing. That's why some of the best coaches of all time have primarily done it with great run games.
That run picks up 1st down yardage, a fresh set of downs for this offense. Looking for some space. It's Frazier. Offense getting set. 2nd down play here. Play action fake. Looking to throw. Nice grab. It's Coleman. Breaks loose at the 40. And he runs out of bounds. That's a big gainer there.
Chris, all week they heard about how fast this guy is. The defensive coordinator told them they watched the film. They've seen this guy a lot. But I think the reality of seeing it now in person, I think it's surprised them. They've got to make some adjustments to their defense, or this guy and his speed will continue to have a field day.
2nd down after that previous play. Looking to throw. It's Lagway. Bringing pressure. Hit as he released it. Makes the catch near the sideline and keeps the foot in bounds. That's enough for a 1st down.
Chris, a great ability by this quarterback to get outside of the pocket and place the football right where it needs to be for the 1st down.
And on the carry, he's heading left. And they finally stop him, but a decent gain that time. As we take a break for the quarter here, it's Miami in front, sitting in a pretty good spot as we wrap up the 3rd quarter, trying to keep those national championship hopes alive. Let's take a quick look at the game sets where we have a chance. 1 quarter to go. Let's see if this sets up as a classic finish.